be a year from now? Finishing your freshman year of college or serving in the military? Employed full-time, or maybe you don't know yet, and that's okay too. Look around. Purple and white, familiar faces, friends and family. Know this is the last time each and every one of us will be gathered together like this. Sleepless nights before the first day. Finally doing what the big kids do. Nestled safely on our backs, sharpened pencils and fresh crayons, in cases colored blue, pink, and green. Jumping for joy as the shiny yellow bus pulls down our street. We take our first steps towards our first day. More important than the World Series, bigger than the Olympics, higher stakes than the presidential election, middle school. Super secret combination locks that you give to all of your friends. A new teacher for every subject, a different schedule every day. A time when you lose yourself and find yourself 3 times just during lunch. Walking to Hess at the end of the day, trying to look cool. It was middle school after all. Now we are in high school. The days of shiny buses are behind us. We only lose and find ourselves once during lunch. And we start living in a world that we can create. We choose. We choose our classes, sports, clubs, the friends we have, the relationships we make. We cram for tests. We pull all-nighters for projects. We drink more coffee than we should. We stress over the smallest things. And yet, look around. We've survived. We've survived crises around the world. Moments that have come to define our country. Hurricane Sandy and Superstorm Nemo. 2 confusing years of constant construction. Look around. No one is here by chance. No one is here by accident. You have earned this moment, so look around and enjoy it.
Members of the school committee, faculty, family, and friends, thank you all for joining me and my classmates for this celebration of the achievements of the class of 2014. It's crazy to believe that 13 years together have flown by in what feels like the batting of an eye. Yet here we stand, about to walk across the stage and receive a diploma that can only open more doors of opportunities for us. Reflecting back on our journey together, our elementary years may seem like a different lifetime. Yet it was not so long ago that we took those first steps into the classroom as little kindergarteners, scared yet excited to see what the world had to offer. On September 11, 2001, we prepared for our start of kindergarten. I remember counting down the days until I could go to school, and finally learn what my older sister and all of her friends had taunted me with. In the aftermath of bewilderment, confusion, anger, and ultimately grief which followed that day, we, though young kindergarteners, were thrust into a world far different than the fairy tales and fantastic utopias which we had seen on television. We were given a glimpse of the real world, one that even our guardians and teachers could not comprehend nor prepare us for. Despite the darkness and sadness that washed over the nation, we still carried on. We ventured to school each day and persevered to attain an education, despite the shattered empire that surrounded us. This turbulent time was unpredictable and scary, as the future always seems to be. Yet day after day, we carried on, not just as a class, but as a nation. Rather than letting the darkness define us, we rose and pushed forward with an indomitable strength. When faced with fear, confusion, and uncertainty, we did not resign, but rather, we leaped over these obstacles to learn an invaluable lesson that we will take with us as we continue on past high school and face further challenges in life. As we embarked on this journey during this wildly outrageous time period, we were thrust into a new experience, where friendships were forged and relationships were made, and suddenly, the days grew more bearable. The power of a support system manifested at this time and suddenly the people we met along the way became the most memorable components of the quest. Moving forward from our first day some 13 years ago, we were taught another profoundly significant lesson: the importance of pressing onward while keeping the past close to heart. While tonight marks the official end of high school, we will surely be prepared to keep the memories and class spirit alive with us as we all begin our new and separate journeys. Since then, the school has become our safe haven. We all know and can rely on each other. Stepping off the bus each day, we were provided with an abundance of knowledge, not for the sake of fulfilling a curriculum, but for someday changing the world. In this world, an education is a crucial, a coveted achievement, and it does not come easily. It requires hard work, dedication, and drive. In the midst of the confusion and anguish, we began our journey together, and now we gather to complete it. This is not to say that the world that we are entering now is peaceful and at ease. We will all surely face more challenges and obstacles along the way. There will be future trials, and we will all surely falter more as the time unfolds. The difference is that now we have the wisdom and the capability to propel ourselves forward, and not always make the right decisions, but to make a decision, and to learn from it. Receiving the diploma shortly will be an incredible feeling, one that we have worked so relentlessly and tirelessly for. Attaining a high school degree is an honor, and a testament of the hard work and efforts that we invested through the years, and one should feel a great sense of pride receiving it. The wait is long, but in the end, one piece of paper confirms that we have made it, that we have succeeded, that we leaped over obstacles to acquire it. However, at the end of the day, it is still a simple sheet of paper, a nice addition to our collection of other memorabilia. Yet, nonetheless, the diploma confirms what we already know. What is truly important is what is done with the diploma. Having completed this chapter of our lives, what we do next with the lessons learned, not simply from the textbooks, is what is truly important. At the end of the day, the diploma is a symbol of our potential. We all have the power and the distinct ability to alter the course of the world in a multitude of ways. And the paths that we choose to pursue are the ones that we decide. As William Shakespeare put it, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Surely a diploma grants us more opportunities, yet it is what is done with these opportunities that will shape us into who we will become. A lancer is a member of the cavalry who rushes into the vast unknown, aware of the fact that this may include great peril and frightening surprises, yet still steady nonetheless. Receiving the diploma tonight is recognition for living up to the title of a Norton Lancer. We are all prepared to step forward into the unknown and ready to take action. John F. Kennedy once said that time and the world do not stand still. Change is the law of life. And surely now we must be thrust into the adult world that we have been witness to for so long. While it may be preferred to stay in the safety net that the school has provided for us for most of our lives, it is time to leave and to discover the future and explore the passions which will shape our destinies. The course of history is in all of our hands, and though this seems like an overwhelming undertaking, we are all fully prepared as we carry with us the lessons that we learned together. Therefore, I would like to offer my most sincere congratulations to the class of 2014 and the best of luck in putting this diploma to good use.
Welcome friends, families, faculty, honored guests, and graduates. Uniting today as the Norton High School class of 2014, the graduates before you, myself included, are able to reflect upon our experiences together. Some of us have dedicated our lives, our time towards sports, displaying incredible skills and power on the fields and courts, while others have created masterpieces by grasping a paintbrush or diving into the measures of the musical staff. However, despite the wide array of our high school experiences, we have all been able to learn. We have been able to learn innumerable formulas, figures, and facts. For example, as we sit at our desks, counting the passing moments, we may hear our teacher discuss the enormity of linguistics, mentioning the 218,632 words that currently exist in the English language. Having countless definitions and arrangements, each of these words has been employed throughout history by various authors attempting to forge a quotation that could resonate throughout time. As Norton High School students, we've spent hours searching for, studying, and explaining these quotes. But why? Why have we spent so much time reviewing and employing the words of others when there are 218,632 of our own that we can use? Personally, I've never liked quotations. Integrating and explaining them has always been a tedious task, forcing me to navigate through my mind akin to a mouse trapped amongst the walls of a maze in search of a meager morsel of cheese. Each graduate that stands on this stage with me has traveled through a maze, going forwards and backwards, left and right, and sometimes in a complete circle. Finally, however, we have each neared the end of our respective mazes, walking across this stage and accepting our diploma, our metaphysical cheese at the end of the labyrinth. However, some of us still face blockades that impede our journey. Personally, I need to round one last corner, this speech. Hearing that I would be speaking at graduation, I was simultaneously excited and nervous. I wasn't afraid of having to complete one last assignment or having to speak in front of a large crowd, though now I realize both are equally intimidating. But rather, I was afraid of one thing, finding a quote. Having sat through numerous graduation ceremonies for my family and friends, I know that most speeches consisted of one central idea, punctuated by abundant quotations. Truthfully, I initially attempted to create a speech without any quotes, hoping to silently protest the task that I had resented for years. However, each line that I wrote, each message that I sought to express, seemed hollowed. Finally, after several failed attempts and a few phone calls with some friends, I surrendered and decided to find a quote. By simply turning the pages of a book, the statements of great individuals, ranging from Aristotle to Zac Efron, seemingly inundated my mind, effortlessly filling the walls of my writing. As much as I didn't want to admit it, finding a quote, finding that one that seemed to coincide with my ideas perfectly, was truly rewarding. Blinded by my previous aversion to quotes, my final high school composition, that last corner that I needed to round, tested my scholastic capacities. Yet, by opening my mind to the ideas of others, by sharing a few of the 218,632 words that exist each moment, I was able to advance. Though all of us graduating today are collectively a strong-minded group, we should always attempt to listen to the voice of others, written or spoken. By listening, we can find solace, inspiration, knowledge, courage. We can find everything that we strive towards. Sometimes we may crave the motivation of Babe Ruth's claim that you shouldn't let the fear of striking out hold you back, while we may desire Arthur Balfour's ideas that enthusiasm moves the world during other moments. As we timidly step across the stage, taking long strides towards the reality outside of school, many of us reminisce and think of Raymond Dewar's idea that high school is what you make of it, while others look onward and think of Eleanor Roosevelt's claim that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Throughout this future, perhaps, we'll find ourselves in times where the words that are spoken don't matter. Rather, we only want to hear a voice of another, to know that someone stands by our side. Tonight, graduates, as we open our ears, we can hear the reverberating sounds of the encouragement of our families, the kindness of our friends, the support of our teachers, and the love of our classmates. Within this amalgamation of echoing noises, we may find a quote that can fill the hollows of our writing. You may hear that one sentence that becomes the keystone of your ideas, that one combination, maybe only a few words long, of the 218,632 words of the English language that epitomizes your beliefs, your morals, your emotions. Listen to the quotes of your friends. Listen to their compassion as they show you their